Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm vengeance.
I have given a name to my pain.
The Batman.
Always waiting for some Batman to save you.
It's simple. We kill the Bat of Gotham. I'm Batman.
Hey now, welcome to an emergency. I haven't done an emergency episode of a podcast in a long time, but this is officially episode 59 of the Batman on Film Social Hour. We're going to make this one short and sweet for you all. Joining me again is senior BOF contributor Ryan Lauer. Ryan, how are you?
Sir. I am good, Bill. I thought I was good because I had my 6th viewing last night.
Okay.
But even better, actually, because of what we're about to talk about.
Okay. There's no witty banter right today.
No.
No weather talk. No food
No
talk.
food talk?
No food talk. We're going to cut to the chase because we're going to make this short and sweet and talk about the fact that the unseen Joker, I just screwed that up for everybody. The unseen Arkham prisoner, which is the Joker.
Yeah.
That is, hey, if you're listening to this and you ain't seen the Batman, I got no sympathy for you. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. He's not unseen anymore. Correct?
No.
All right.
That is correct.
So my phone blew up with several people, including BOF guys, saying there's more riddles over at Radalada.com. So, and so I go there and I'm
Rata.
Yeah. URL Ratalada.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. The Riddler doesn't make mistakes. Now I got Joker on my mind. The Riddler does not make mistakes. But anyway, so I go there and I'm trying to figure I'm flabbergasted right now. So let me calm down. So I am trying to do the riddles. I'm on Twitter looking at Matt Reeves' tweet that sends everybody there because I'm writing a story on Batman on Film. And as soon as I post, is the unseen Arkham prisoner cut scene with Batman coming. As soon as I clicked publish, the thing is on YouTube released. So there it is. So the scene, let me just set it up. We'll discuss briefly, give our take. Already some hot takes on this version of the Joker, as expected. But it's a cut scene that Reeves did and ended up pulling out. It takes place at Arkham. It's very, it kind of got the vibe of Silence of the Lambs in a way, because Batman we know this. Matt Reeves has talked about it. We talked about it on this show. Matt Reeves has Batman. Batman goes to Arkham because he wants to get some, not necessarily information, but what's the word I'm looking for here? Ryan, help me out. So
get into the mindset.
He wants some help, but
clarity.
You know what he goes to the Joker and gives him the files of the serial killer because he wants, I guess, because the Joker is probably a killer and can think likewise to a certain degree, and wants some. There's a word I want to use and I can't. I'm still in a flabbergasted. I can't even say flabbergasted because I'm flabbergasted. Anyway, some just like an inside look, kind of get into the thought process of the Riddler, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this interaction, and we'll talk about that. But this cut right what everyone wants to know. What did you think about the aesthetic, the look of Barry Keoghan as the Batman universe's version of the Joker?
gnarly.
Okay, that's a good word.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Dark. Specifically on his look. Unlike a version we've seen
Mm-hmm.
yet. Now, granted, it was presented in a smart way.
Mm-hmm.
It's teased throughout, basically. But yeah, as of like right now, it's an original look with hints of the character.
Yeah, Reeves has said that, when he talked about it, that about the look. I mean, they weren't going to go for the fall in a vat of acid, which was we saw in Batman '89, and apparently even Jared Leto's Joker fell in a vat of acid based on some of the stuff we saw in Suicide Squad. And he wasn't go with the cut smile, that or even really the makeup. So you got to do something different. Based on what Reeves has described, did it still shock you, or do you think, okay, I can probably, this is okay, based on what he said, yeah, this is what I was kind of expecting, but it was just a little bit more,
more disturbed.
Yeah, I'm with you on that
for sure. His description created a little bit in our minds, and then the little bit of the silhouette from the movie itself. But
you and I have talked 3 times about this film, right, on this show, and we talked a little bit about this, and I said it looked like to me, just the scene that we got in the Batman between the Joker and the Riddler, I said it looks like he's almost scarred in a way. That was kind of like the vibe I got, and it clearly looks like to me from seeing this, yes, he is scarred. I don't know if that's due to an accident or he has or some sort of condition he has, because Reeves did say one of the things he's in a perpetual smile. It's not a cut smile, or it's not it's like frozen, due to whatever. And he alluded to The Man Who Laughs, the old silent movie. So I thought it was kind of nasty.
Yeah.
And
there's a word I hadn't said yet.
Nasty. Maybe it is. This is what you may look like if you fall in a vat of acid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. And he came out scarred. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know how. I don't know how he got those scars. It's
a multiple choice.
Yeah. So I don't have any problem with it. I just thinking, okay, what if someone fell in a vat of acid? I mean, you would lose hair, and he looks like his hair is very spotty.
Yeah.
Even
it's very spotty, but then as you can see too, I mean, there are scars.
Yeah.
Or like even on the back of his head, which, and maybe that'll never be explained. And that's perfectly fine.
Well,
use your own imagination.
That's perfect. You don't explain it.
Yeah.
You have people like us talking about it. Did he fall in a vat of acid? Maybe that's what he would look like, or I don't know. Perhaps he just is.
How about that concept?
I wish they would try that.
It just is.
I wish they would try that for the Joker just once. But anyway, so the scene, and we don't have the exact dialogue, and we talked just a second ago about it being kind of reminiscent of Clarice going to Dr. Bill Hannibal Lecter and trying to get some insight. That's the word I'm trying.
There it is.
Yeah, insight.
We knew you'd find it.
Yes, some insight into the Riddler. In this case, and in this case with Batman, he wants some insight with the Riddler. And they, I like it's almost our anniversary. I'm paraphrasing the Joker. So that, we knew that Batman has taken down the Joker once and put him in Arkham. And I guess he's been there ever since, sometime in year 1. What was your overall, just like again, we don't know. We didn't jot down every word, every line of the dialogue, so we can't rehash all that, but we can paraphrase. Get the gist of it.
I do like how the first half seemed like Joker's just toying with him, and then Batman's about ready to leave.
Yep.
And so that's where I moved my cursor on my computer to make sure the scene wasn't over. I'm like, okay, we're only like halfway through. And then that's where it was fun, because it took like a turn to where now he was doing what Batman came to get from him. And then of course got a good laughter and more of like a reveal towards the end. So I think overall, just as its own little thing, I think it's cool. I think as of right now, as it stands, I like that Reeves made the decision that he did with it. And the scene that's left in the movie, I think, works better for what he's trying to accomplish. And this, as its own fun little extra, it would have disrupted that a little bit, I think.
I'm glad. I am glad he cut it. I'm glad he showed it, and I'm glad it's under the guise of, or they're saying, okay, it wasn't in the movie, but it's part of the Batman universe. It happened. Just because you didn't, now you've seen it. You didn't see it with the movie, but it did happen. So here you go. It's cool, and just know it happened at some point during that story. We just didn't have to show it to you at that while you watch the film. I like the fact that the Joker was getting in his head, was trying to get in his head big time. And then at the end, he basically says, he kind of nails the Riddler, his profile, right?
He did say, he's a nobody, or I know who he is.
Yeah.
And then I mean, to him, he's not lying, because he's a nobody, but wants to be somebody. That dialogue I do remember, and that's completely accurate to the movie.
He knows, he doesn't know he's Edward Nashton, but he knows what this dude's all about. You know what I mean?
Type of person he is.
Yeah. He's a nobody. He wants to be a somebody. He's planned this for a long time. He tells Batman, what does he say? Maybe you're you're the main prize. You're the big prize, which he was in a way, but it was Bruce Wayne was the big prize, Yeah. And it goes back to, he's getting in Batman's head, and Batman got Batman pissed and got the hell out of there. He's like, are you upset, or whatever the words, but he was basically saying, you think he's right, that he's these killings he's doing.
That was the big punchline.
Yeah.
And that
you agree with him
into his laughter was that you agree with him and you think that he's right. And Batman doesn't say anything in response to that, which I think that's an interesting, that in its own foundation, if you will, is like that is spot on to the relationship of these two. Joker's flat out one that will always call Batman on his shit.
Yeah.
And get him to really analyze. One, because there is some truth behind the words. Two, because Joker loves to get in his head and mess with him.
He is. There's a part of Batman, as he's discovering what the hell's going on in Gotham, that thinks, okay, these people were pieces of shit and they were corrupt. So, it still probably entered his head at some point. And then the Joker's but Batman Batman doesn't agree with what's going on as far as killing them, right?
Yeah.
So the Joker's telling him that to make Batman second guess himself and get in his head like, am I just like him? And it kind of goes with all we saw in the movie with him finally, realizing that, hey, were they inspired by me? Am I like this? So it does go to the whole theme, the whole narrative that was in the film. I thought it was a cool little Batman Joker scene.
Yeah. I think it hadn't been in the movie with that long, because it was 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That may be too much of a detour off the main track.
Yeah.
And maybe could have been hard to get people back on track, because now they're thinking about this character, the Joker. I just kind of feel like it's probably the right decision.
I agree with you. And also I think that two scenes going to Arkham to talk to a rogues gallery member, Joker, and then later the Riddler. That may be one too many of that.
Sure. May feel repetitive.
I think it ends up making the scene that's left in there at the end with the Joker, it makes it more enjoyable as you watch the movie. A little more cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I question myself, why was that scene in there? He could have cut that. And then it's the finish up the Edward Nashton arc
which I think you and I talked about the last time.
Yeah, he didn't win. In his mind, he didn't win. Because I know there's a lot of, Batman didn't do anything. The Riddler won, but Riddler didn't accomplish what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to see more of this Joker? Or would you like to see the Joker like this throughout the films?
I just want to see him.
Yeah.
But I would like a build up.
Yeah.
Even more.
Mm-hmm.
Give us who did they give us? Somebody new, the next one that we haven't seen done before.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise I don't know another of the main ones that we haven't seen, or to refresh, because even though the Penguin's almost 30 years since the last time we saw it.
Well, according to some, can't, the Batman was, why did you have the Penguin and Catwoman in this movie together? Because they've already been in another movie together before.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably one of the negatives of the Batman.
This is Batman Returns 2.0, I thought, right?
I think Batman
because
Returns wasn't it like 30 years ago? Oh, anyway, whatever. So I'm being a smart ass.
I liked it. As presented to us.
Okay.
Call me a cheerleader for memories. I don't care.
I didn't have any problem with it. I don't mind the aesthetic. I don't mind the look. I expected something different. You just can't rehash.
No.
You can't. I mean, the Batman's not a rehash. So you can't
Did you have a heads up on what his look was? To an extent, not fully.
I knew about the permanent smile.
Okay.
The frozen smile.
Okay.
I didn't know as much about the no, that was about it. Because I'll just leave it at that.
And it still surprised you with what he looked like.
Yes, because they kept I know that they kept this like super extraordinary, super duper secret from like a lot of people. So the look up the character,
which would be easy to do when you look at this scene when it's contained in a small cell with two actors, and then same thing in the scene that wasn't cut. He was even more so isolated, and so I mean that I just expect in filming can be done without very many people involved.
Okay, already getting you know how fandom is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times, and most of the time, a lot of them are good, but you got some of them that are the weeds.
Would it surprise you if I said there are people right now freaking out over the look of the Batman's version of the Joker?
In a negative way?
Yes.
I would not be surprised.
Okay.
Because I can approach it too. It's most of it is like everybody's got an opinion. And some may not like, some may like, some may really not like, some may really like. to me, it's always in the how do you say it.
Mhm.
That's the part that can annoy me and keep scrolling or mute,
Yeah.
If you just say, I don't really care for the look that we got, I'm like, okay, respect. That's
Okay,
a respectful way
I'm-
of saying your opinion.
I'm with you. Okay. 100%. Hey, if you don't, this doesn't jibe with you. Okay. That's
cool.
That's fine. Okay. Do you see this as a Heath Ledger
There we go.
performance ripoff?
No. And I don't know. I'm not one. It'd be a waste of time for me to debate that. So I won't ever debate it. Just know that is like one of my favorite performances in a movie from my favorite movie ever. And it instantly is no. I don't think so.
I watching it, but not one time did I think this is kind of like Heath in The Dark Knight. Not once.
I didn't get that.
Not once. And then I've seen this like, oh, he's just copying Ledger, and I'm like, how? Did I miss something?
Is it because of quote unquote an interrogation? Because that's totally different too. And if you're going to null the fact of Batman talking to somebody in Arkham because it's happened once in a jail cell before, like, sorry, that's part of Batman's history.
Yeah.
He goes and visits rogues in Arkham, and that's what people want to see. You can't just say you question the Joker once in an interrogation room, so you can't ever talk to him again. It's like, no, that's not how it works. That's different. It's an aspect of the character and his history.
Mm-hmm.
So Batman going and questioning Joker can happen in every iteration on film from here until way beyond my lifetime, and it wouldn't be the exact same. So
yeah, I did not see any copying of Ledger or Jack Nicholson or Cesar Romero or Jared Leto. I just saw a different aesthetic interpretation of the Joker. And I also was fine with the little bit we see of Barry Keoghan and his take as an actor. I mean, the Joker is going to laugh and giggle, right?
That's what he does.
I mean, right?
And he smiles.
I mean, okay.
His hair has a little bit of green in it.
Yeah.
He's not wearing purple because he's in Arkham. Once he gets out, I would bet money that he has purple on. Like, those are the things that there's a big hubbub about usually. And it looks like he's got most of them right now. Laughs, smiles, green hair.
Yeah. Well,
skin is messed up. Oh, there you go.
All right. I dug it. It's on Batman on Film. If you want to see it, I posted it. The video is there on Batman on Film.
I solved all 3 riddles for the first time.
Did you?
In this radaalada.com. And they probably thought this was the easiest, easiest riddles they've ever done, but I'm not good at riddles. And I actually got them. That was my victory today.
You know what? It is kind of cool that they're continuing stuff on this website. Even though the film is already, the film's been out almost a month now, 3 weeks. This is what, week 4 we're going into?
Yeah, which I wondered because they flashed at the very end of end credits, the Rada Alada website. And I wondered how long will they keep that going?
Yeah.
In the sense of if it's in a movie or it's playing in a theater and it's telling you to go to the site, somebody goes to that site and there's nothing. Then it's like, well, what was that all about? Yeah. So I wonder how many weeks in its release, if this is, because solving the 3rd riddle today even said something about like for the last time. So maybe this is the last. Yeah. I don't know. But I like that each week has been something different. I mean, before the movie even came out. It seems to be on Fridays too. Yeah. And I know today's Thursday, but so we'll check back in a week and see if there's something new.
Well, I think it's kind of cool they've kept it going a month after release, and who knows? I guess they're, we get into I don't know, maybe they incorporate this into the sequel and, at some point down the line. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Yeah. But hey, anyway, it's there. The unseen Arkham prisoner is no longer unseen.
He has a name.
He is the Joker, and you can go check it out at Batman on Film or Warner Brothers YouTube, and I'm sure it's everywhere by now, right?
Yeah, gotta be.
Like putting a match,
Poor
Dry
Rada
forest,
Alada, the website. People are gonna bypass that and the riddles.
Yeah.
I told myself, I'm giving you 15 minutes. Earn this. But yeah, now people just go to YouTube and it's everywhere. But
I was trying, like I said, I was just in the midst. I was trying to write, post up on Batman on Film. I'm on Twitter, and why I'm doing this, then I get the link.
There it is.
Yeah.
And then you were flabbergasted, and we had a breaking news social hour happen.
I will say this is kind of good marketing, because even though I've seen it 5 times now, I saw this. I went, let me go to Fandango real quick and see if I can go see a
keeping it
screening,
in the conversation.
Go see a screening this afternoon. It made me want to see it again. I'm going to see it again anyway, but it made me want to go see it now.
Yeah.
All right. So check it out. That's all I got,
And then go see the Batman again.
And do that. Yes. Do you want to plug anything real quick before we get out of here?
Batman Book Club. Latest episode talks Robin and Batman. Wherever you get your podcasts, go to Batman on Film, because Bill posted on there as well. Episode 97. Next episode is with our boy Peter Vera. And then episode 99, then episode 100, which is going to be pretty damn special. Bill knows what's happening there. So go to Twitter at the Batman BC to follow when that's going to drop. And as for me, I'm going to have Beyond the White Knight, #1, launches on Tuesday. I'm going to have that review sent to you, Bill, for BOF.
I got to check that out. I need to go to box.
I haven't yet. Haven't read it yet, but it's ready for us to take a look. So, fan of Sean Murphy and his White Knight universe, you should be excited, because the new series, the latest chapter in that is coming.
Okay. You can go to batman-on-film.com and find all my stuff there. I'll tease one little article I'm working on right now, and it's an opinion piece. And I'll just tell you what the title is, Ryan.
Okay.
See what you think. The Batman is a movie that shouldn't have happened, but it did.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little insight here. I'm going to actually give a lot of props to Warner Brothers for this.
You're a damn cheerleader.
Yeah.
They're paying you.
They are.
To support them.
I'm waiting. I check my bank account constantly, for the good review. I ain't got my kick. I ain't got my payola yet, man.
Oh boy.
I ain't got it. All right. So, all right. Thanks for listening for this short one, this emergency podcast, the Batman on Film Social Hour. Check out that clip with Batman and the Joker, and go see the Batman again. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Batman on Film Social Hour, Jett's official BOF podcast and vlog. Follow Jett on Twitter at Batman on Film. For BOF news only on Twitter, follow at the Batman on Film. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original Batman on Film.